Hey y'all, it's the Opinionated Women in the building once again. I'm Leia Lacey.
I'm Donna D.
I'm Cha-Cha.
Hey y'all, it's No.
I'm Big Thigh Rye.
And we're here to talk about current events from a women's perspective. All right, y'all, let's get into it. We saw the Super Bowl. Everybody saw the Super Bowl, or at least like the Usher concert, because that was the Super Bowl, right, for me.
That's why I watched
missed it though. I missed
Like
it.
whether you caught it on YouTube or you caught it live, you know what I'm saying? You saw it, right? So, but let's talk about in the midst of the Super Bowl how Beyonce dropped those country records. So all of those millions of people heard those records the same night.
She's putting something out there.
Facts.
Yeah,
Definitely.
putting something
Do
out
we
there.
think it's going to be a whole country album for part
She's
two?
all.
I thought she was adding it to the Renaissance album.
Yeah, so there's a part two
Right.
coming.
Right. With
So
those
do we
songs
think that
added.
whole part two is going to be all country? Do
don't
we
think
think it's
it's
going to
gonna be
be a
all country.
mixture?
Can't be all country.
I think she's selfish.
I think it's gonna be mixed up.
I do.
Why?
Beyonce
Speak on it.
is
Speak on it,
selfish.
child. Why?
Because she's always trying to, they telling me not to cuss so much. But meanwhile, back at the ranch,
Keep it clean. Yes.
I'm trying. Let's see. She's just a selfish woman. Every time something happens positive or something is going on, she always tries to take the stage from somebody else.
Well, she's actually been kind of leading up to it because remember the Grammys, she
Right.
had little. We were trying to figure out why she looked like
like
that.
a cowboy.
That had-
Yeah, she looked like a rhinestone cowboy.
damn
That going
right.
great.
Yeah. Now she's trying to snatch everybody. Now
Yeah.
she.
I kind of saw it the opposite way, honestly. I saw it as like a time for all of these like really amazing high level black artists to shine all at the same time. And so why not use that moment when there's so many other people, like diverse people watching this event? Like why
right.
not?
Because
use
you weren't
that?
invited.
Because you wasn't.
Okay.
You weren't
Yeah,
invited.
that's fair.
No.
But I mean, her album is the Renaissance.
It
And
is.
Renaissance is a myriad of different things. So Michelangelo was a Renaissance man, so she's putting
Yeah.
her mark on this.
Facts.
But why put your mark on something that you don't even know about? You're not a cowgirl.
She's from Texas.
She's from H-Town. She get down.
She ain't never
ain't
really
ride
got
a horse.
down.
Now, if it
Or
was
she-
me,
Yes.
so,
Let's go.
I don't know nothing about
Right.
that.
But she don't know nothing about it. It's not like you seen her growing up and she's in cowboy stuff. Everything they show about her is pretty much pretty girl stuff.
That's fair. Somebody did mention though, Daddy Lessons when she did that song with like the chicks. We can't call them the Dixie Chicks anymore because that's racist. But when she did, that she did do that song with them. I want to say like at the CMAs or something, and but then
did.
people didn't really respond to it that much. So I think now a few years later, she's like trying to revitalize it and be like, oh look, this is me too, maybe.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess we could go into how much that would tie into like Black history too, like where she took house music back because Black people started that, right? Now country,
Yeah.
we could say Black people started that as
did.
well, right?
Yep.
Because you had gospel to start, and then
Correct.
in the South, it kind of transitioned into more of that country
Right.
sound.
Right.
Yeah, and I mean, if I had to guess, I would say I think she's gonna do rock next. She has done a couple rock, like on her first album, she did this song called Hip Hop Star with Andre 3000
Andre,
and Big
yeah.
Boy, and that had a very rock vibe to it.
Yeah,
Like,
it
I would
did,
want
it
her
did,
to return to
it
that
did.
personally.
I need her to sit
So,
down.
okay. Some of us
I
are
just need
sick of her.
Beyonce to sit down. Hey, B,
fair.
Chai ain't got nothing against you. I'm just saying.
She's over
She
it.
can't take everybody's shine.
That's fair.
Like, leave the people that sing, that's your category.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whoever is doing whatever, don't try to. You and your man already in everybody's mix.
That's facts.
They try to take everything from everybody and then be like, oh, I'm not the bad guy.
Mm.
Well, what are you doing?
That's fair. Okay, well, if we don't want to take shine from other people, let's talk about the reason we were talking about the Super Bowl, which is Usher. So how did we feel about Usher's performance?
He was amazing.
I loved it.
I'm not going to lie to you. I loved it.
I liked it.
I think that was the best Super Bowl.
So say more. What did you love about it, Rye?
All the different, like he had a lot of different. First of all, I like the fact that he changed his outfits like mad times within like 5 minutes. Like that was really crazy. And then he came out on skates. My boy can skate.
Oh yeah.
That boy been skating for years. That ain't nothing new.
Yeah.
But y'all, listen. I ain't think
not.
my boy could skate. Then he came out with Ludacris, Lil Jon.
Yeah, he brought the whole A out.
Yeah,
I think
he
it was
brought
okay.
Alicia Keys. Everybody thought he was going to bring out Justin Bieber. Did y'all hear that? I
Yeah,
didn't hear
there
that.
was a rumor.
Yeah.
But then there was also something said, like, Justin basically felt like it wasn't right for him right now because of the path that he's on right now. Like, he's more in, like, Christian.
Yeah, because he stopped
Oh.
sniffing
Right
coke
now,
and
so-
doing all the crazy
Isn't he
stuff that he
also
did.
having
confirmed?
an
Industry.
issue with his voice is why he kind of fell back.
Oh,
anyway?
okay. I thought.
Yeah, 'cause
I
he
saw
lost
that
his
Trisha talk
voice.
about
Yeah,
it.
He
something
had
happened to
some,
his-
illness going on.
But I know he was there supporting, so at least
That
that.
was
Why
dope.
did you think it was just okay?
I think it was just okay. I mean, just me watching it, it was just like, all right. Nothing really pulled me in. Really pulled me in. Like Rihanna's one pulled me in.
That
I don't know
40-foot
now.
trellis, right?
may
When
be
he
biased.
lifted her in the air.
Yeah, I
No,
may
I
be
actually
biased.
agree. I think it was underwhelming. I think that they could have done more of the songs that we know and love. Like all I got was 7:00 on the dot, and they made the next song, and I'm like,
It was short.
wanna
it was
hear
short
more of this
snippets.
song.
It was
Yeah,
short.
it was
Yeah, I
I
wanted to
love
hear more
it
of You Got It
bad.
Bad. Like I wanted more of the ballads to feel like a ballad, not just like an intro.
Yeah, but it's the game. You don't want to
Right.
oversaturate it with ballads.
Mm.
I mean, you're trying to fit 30 years of work,
That's
so
true.
that's why I felt there were
Right.
snippets.
In like 13,
more
14
snippets.
minutes.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, but I mean, I would have loved to see a better stage.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Maybe him come
Mm.
out of the stage or something like come down.
Wait, can we talk about how her came out playing that guitar?
Oh, I love
Yeah.
it.
She
That was
killed
decent.
that.
That was
she
decent.
definitely
Came out
did
playing
kill
that
that.
recorded
I'm definitely
guitar.
not beat.
She,
Yes, that pre-recorded guitar. That was
well,
amazing.
she still did her.
No,
thing,
she did it in the studio. I'm not
but she
taking
does
anything
also
away from
play
her,
the
but
guitar.
wasn't-
She
wasn't
does play
playing.
the guitar.
Yeah. No, she plays in real life. She played it in the studio in real life, and then when she was out there, it was just.
Well, she did her thing. She did her big one.
She did.
Yeah.
And Alicia Keys was nice to see too.
Yes.
Ooh, can we talk about that crack though?
She did croak a couple times.
Ooh, can we talk?
Y'all
about
terrible,
Okay,
y'all.
can we just?
I
Talk, I
love
mean, for a
Alicia.
Y'all look
second,
at me
let's
like I'm
touch
the
on
bad
it.
guy.
No. I feel like can we talk about the fact that the NFL edited the footage and they auto corrected.
I saw that.
They corrected her vocal,
vocal.
right?
Yeah, they
and
had
they
to.
auto tuned it, to make it just regular. And like a lot of people were talking about how they shouldn't do that. They should just leave it the way it is. But out of respect for the artist, they did that. And also because not to talk about them again, because Jay-Z is head of the entertainment for the NFL. So I think that it was one of his decisions or like a top-down decision where they were like, we'll fix
My
this
man
for her.
Usher touching on all the booty. Okay, he's touching on everybody's woman. I'm full-fledged Usher. Let's go. I need to be on the stage, touch a couple things. No homo. You know what I mean?
Mind you, Swiss
No
Beats didn't even
homo.
care. He was like, we're gonna focus on the positive. Like,
Yeah,
Swiss
and I
Beats was,
love-
like championing his
It's-
wife, which I appreciate.
It was entertainment, but at the same time, this is what Usher does.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, like Nicki Minaj smacking.
Mm.
You know, he had that little hip movement. Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's catching everybody off guard. That's what I like.
right.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, can we talk about Jermaine Dupri and his Easter socks?
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
Please, because I know I had them
Like,
same
why?
socks when I was about 5 years old.
Okay,
Yes.
but the church dress.
His
No.
were Louis Vuitton socks.
No, I can't even believe
It
he
still don't make it
looked
right.
I
like
don't
that.
care. Yeah, expensive or not, that was terrible.
Did you see the meme that they put the little black boy with the?
Yeah, the AI cartoon.
AI
Yeah.
cartoon.
Did you see how people thought he was CeeLo?
Yes.
I did.
He looked a hot
Oh,
mess.
it wasn't.
I
Wait,
did
hold
too.
up. It
I
wasn't.
def-
I did at first.
That was Jermaine Dupri, bro.
And
It
then I
was
looked
crazy.
and I was like,
it was really
that's not
crazy.
CeeLo.
He looked a mess.
Hilarious.
He was a hot mess.
That was a damn fool.
Yeah, but I mean, again, Usher likes to touch people's women.
I mean,
He does.
Swiss didn't have a problem with it though.
No, he didn't have a problem.
And
Deep down
neither-
inside, that
neither did
man,
his wife.
you got your pecker on the next chick's butt. Come on, and you got a whole husband. You think that's cool?
It's entertainment.
Like you're
do
entertainment is
something.
one
You gotta
thing.
do
But
some
he
type
ended
of
up marrying
controversy.
his girlfriend
Yeah,
that night too.
But Usher,
She didn't
and
have
you
a
can
problem
see
with
that
it.
Alicia Keys was like she was caught off guard, like,
play
ah, okay, like,
Yeah.
all right, he's touching me, especially when he did the.
Yeah, he was a little low. I will agree with that. His hands
He's
were
a whole
low.
creep.
Yeah.
I like it
Feel
though.
on.
Go ahead.
You know what's going on.
But let's move on for a second. So can we talk about if you watch any of the actual the football part, right, of the Super Bowl?
Right.
Did you
okay.
see the clip where Travis Kelce was like yelling at Andy Reid and he kind of
Yes, I
pushed
did.
him? Did we see that? How do we feel about that?
Let's fight.
I love Travis Kelce. However, if that was a black player, I think it would have been a whole nother story.
Absolutely. We've seen that happen where there have been black players, not even during like games, but just maybe in a practice or something where
Right.
they get a little rowdy and then they
Right.
get kicked off the team, right? And never
Yeah.
talked about it.
Right.
Yep, yep.
How do y'all feel about it? What do you think?
I say after the game they should have got it in. I'm just saying.
Who said-
You ain't gonna embarrass me on
Travis?
my.
a fair one.
Andy Reid?
Why not?
I mean, he's the head coach.
It
He's
doesn't
gonna
even
get
matter.
fined.
Yeah, not
If
behind
he
the
injured
scenes.
him, he would get. He would get.
No,
fined. He'd get
come
penalized for
on.
that.
That's where people need to stop telling.
Mm.
You know, stop being a rat. You wanted to be a man and jump in my face. Then after the show,
Yeah.
after all this
Yeah.
show and tell,
If Andy Reid has a large son, I would say. Get
okay,
him to
well,
fight him.
call your son.
But if you look at it, Kelsey didn't get as much play as he normally does in
Right.
a regular game.
Right, and I wonder why.
Yep, there you go.
You know,
Him and Taylor doing too much.
well, you know, she's swift.
It's so crazy how
I'm
like,
so over football being about Taylor Swift. I'm
Yeah,
like, can we talk
she
about
took
anything else,
over
please?
The whole
Ugh.
she took over everything with the NFL. Everything
Yeah.
is about Taylor.
All
Taylor
she
did.
want to
I
do
feel
is
that.
suck a
I'm
something. You know what I mean? That's it.
They
That's all
pan
she
to
do.
her way too many times.
Right. All
I'm
she
like-
like, come on, sit down. Go sit down. That's
Okay,
why she
so-
got dissed at the last one.
Last thing I want to touch on about the Super Bowl, the shooting at the parade, right?
Doing too much.
Do we feel like nowhere is safe anymore?
nowhere
Nowhere
is
is safe.
Nowhere.
Absolutely
He gets
not.
shot at the supermarket.
That's crazy. That's really crazy, right?
Yeah, it's like 1 dead, 21 injured.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was.
And they said that they thought it was like a juvenile that was out there shooting.
It was.
2 of them.
Yeah.
What?
And
like,
then what? Like less than a week later, you see this shooting in Texas, like at Joel Osteen's church, right? That
Right.
just happened,
Right.
And that was a woman, which is rare for
Yeah,
that to
very.
occur, right? And her son got shot in the process.
yeah,
So it's like,
that's-
are we talking about mental health? Are we talking about gun reform? Like, what
All
needs
of
to
it.
get done?
All of it.
So
All of it.
especially
you
in
think
America.
you think a woman because you think it looked odd because of a woman?
It's rare.
Well, it's
I
rare
said.
that
It's
it's
rare.
a woman.
Yes,
Yeah.
that are
Doing
female
Doing a
shooters.
mass
Yeah.
shooting.
It's
women
often
women
men.
are retarded. We are retarded.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we can't say that.
So we are
Say the
off.
R word in 2024.
Free.
We are in a
Target.
way.
No.
However,
We're glitchy. We have
most
glitches.
women
are
aren't
glitchy.
as violent.
Yes.
Like, a man will stick a gun in his
Now-
mouth and blow his brains out.
Yeah.
A woman's not going to do that.
not
think about
not
it.
not
Yeah.
this panel, but 2024. These people that's growing up was born in these 90s.
Mhm.
They about that life.
Excuse me,
I
man.
was born in the 90s.
I was
I'm not
born in
about
the
that
90s.
life.
Yeah, y'all. I
wait,
said not the panel. But y'all. Hey,
did.
y'all
Take
generation.
offense to the 90s,
But
baby.
you can't take offense on. You got to take an offense to what your people are doing.
No, I do agree that we're a lot more emotional.
Yeah.
Like, we haven't been taught how to regulate our emotions as much, but I think that it circles back to like, should people with a history of mental health issues be allowed to buy guns? Because
some
she
people
had a
don't.
long history of mental health issues.
Right.
Right.
But some people don't even have them. They don't even
But
get.
these kids
Yeah.
is kids. These is kids. No, it results back to you need to get your behind to her. Their parents need to be strict
Facts.
again.
Oh,
You need to go back to strict. Mom, don't even say. I mean,
you stupid 90 baby.
No, I'm with her on that.
Let me tell you
Look,
something,
yeah.
Donna.
we
know.
We got our
these
tails.
kids
whooped.
nowadays.
yeah.
These kids nowadays don't even know what a whooping
They
is.
don't. She's right.
They
Your
don't know what-
generation brought out DIFUS.
Correct.
Okay,
And that's the issue.
but-
You did that?
Because
Not my
her-
generation.
Don't beat the kids.
No,
Yeah,
no, no, no,
every
no,
parent's
her
that
scared now.
generation
didn't
made
amount to high
it so
school.
that we can't beat the
Right,
kids.
right. They
But
generation.
I got my ass whooped.
Me
I
too.
got my ass whooped.
Of course,
More than once.
1,000. I mean, but that's just.
I got whooped enough. That's what I'll say.
But
The simple
but the-
fact is, how did she get her hands on a firearm?
Exactly.
The screening for firearms should be harsher. It should be harsher. 'Cause
I
she
agree.
Either,
Stronger
she
background
can
check,
lie. You can lie on the
1000%.
application.
Right.
You
For
know,
one,
me
right,
myself,
for
one,
you know,
it's
like
easy. That's
those,
Texas laws as strict as some of the other states?
They're not.
No,
they're very
that's
liberal.
problem
Yeah,
number one.
compared
they
to
need to
other
be
places.
harsher.
Yeah.
They need to be harsher
Yeah.
screenings.
Sure.
Yep. Absolutely.
I mean, either way, you can get a gun wherever you want to get it.
Yep.
Whether it's what?
We're not Lorraine. No. We're not.
Oh.
Y'all gotta make that
Wait.
bigger. I can't see it.
Well, but either way, you can get a gun. However, if they don't legally give it to you, you're gonna have it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
I mean,
but if we
can't
were
you
like
just
the
go to a
UK and they
pawn
just took
shop
all
and
the
buy
guns
one?
away, if they just took them all away,
Yeah, but
like how they did in Australia, they did in the UK and other countries.
Yeah, but guess what
like,
they're doing?
okay,
You
but
go over
come on.
there and you stealing, they hanging you upside down and they beating the hell out of you.
Yeah, I still
You
want
know what I
to
mean?
Or
Like
they're cutting
they're
your
cutting your
hand
hand off. They have
the
rules to
UAE?
steal
It's
it.
drastic.
I want to be
Yeah,
able
Not
to
in the
protect
UK.
Yeah,
my
in the Middle
kids.
East, for
in
sure.
Singapore, if you
Yeah.
steal,
And
they're gonna
China,
cut
yeah,
your
because
hair
they were
down.
like that for
Yeah,
thousands
right.
of years. That's different.
They stone you.
Yeah.
You know, like them people
Yeah.
don't play. So they don't need no guns. They just gonna beat the
Yeah,
crap
that's
out of you no
Yeah.
matter what you do. So it's like, all right, so mental health is serious.
Mhm.
It is.
It is.
It definitely is.
Mental
And
health is
Yeah.
serious.
There should be stricter gun rules.
Absolutely.
Like, can you even get a gun at a pawn shop?
No, at least not here. I don't think.
Well, Jersey, I don't play that crap.
And
But-
I mean,
but
in
PA
different
either, I
states,
don't
you
think
can
they
go
do
in
that.
different states. You can go to Walmart and purchase a gun.
And just right.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
no.
where
Mostly the
the
southern
AR-15s
states.
come from.
Yeah, but
Most of them.
What do you
I
think?
don't know if you can go into a pawn shop. And
PA
get a
is
gun.
easier. PA is way easier because
Jersey, right?
Just from my knowledge,
I know
having a firearms license, it was way easier to just go over to PA and come back with it and deal with the paperwork. For
Are you
Jersey.
licensed?
I am.
Okay.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh,
And
you
then I can
official.
appreciate being able to protect my family.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But I think some people ain't got the right headspace. So
They take it
But
too
Jersey,
far.
we can't carry. It's harder to carry, have a
Yeah.
license to
Oh,
carry.
it's not an open carry
Correct.
state
Right.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why you meet JoJo down the street to protect your family
Yeah.
and cop you something that you just off the streets.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh.
I'm just keeping it real.
Yeah.
Because that's just, listen,
Right.
cha-cha different.
I just wish there wasn't a reason for that. You know
What?
what I'm saying?
I mean,
like,
it's
People are retarded nowadays.
It's
You
getting
gotta
crazier
have.
and crazier.
Yeah, come on, knock on my door. I just had to tell somebody. Somebody just threatened me not too long ago, right? Shout out to you. But
Shout out to
I just had to tell the person, listen, I'm gonna turn my heat up on 80. I got 3 ways in my house: the front door, side door, and back door. I'm gonna leave everything open. And I need you to come in.
Ooh.
And the way you
And you
come in is
trespassing
not the
and
way
I'ma
you
shoot
coming
you.
out.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
Look.
right.
And I ain't even gonna pop you.
Right.
I'm gonna beat the crap out of you.
Yeah.
And you're leaving. I told her you're leaving by ambulance and police.
Right.
Mhm.
Well, you gotta go through my 2 pits first.
True.
I
That's
got
I
pits.
am the pit.
I got real live children. They gonna get you.
I'm talking about the ones on all fours.
Yeah, then no, we move faster on 2.
Then pew pew.
Okay, well while it's still wintertime, before we get to those, since we're on the topic of mental health, let's talk about the fact like wintertime, sad. Do y'all know like seasonal depression?
It definitely is. 'Cause
What
the
do we
sun
have to
goes
say
away
about
earlier.
that?
Sun goes away earlier.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So we feel that.
Yeah.
No, some of us just feel sleepy earlier,
Right.
but that can also spill over into depression
Mhm,
as,
mhm.
as well. Yep.
And because we have more melanin, right? We need that vitamin D. That's why we end up feeling like that. I feel like we don't talk about that enough. I
Yep.
feel like nutrition in this country is awful anyway. So when you're talking about needing those nutrients, especially in the wintertime, right? And then people, again, because they have guns, right? If it's wintertime and you're
Yep.
sad,
Yep.
and one thing can lead to
Leads to
another,
another.
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Even though that thing happened in Texas, it was still winter, right?
Yeah.
And so I think that might have something to do with,
What, mental health?
yeah.
Oh, it
sure.
could.
I mean, it does
Especially
help
with
it
people
along.
of color, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
1,000%.
listen, people of color, protect yourself at all at all times, because I mean, and mental health it's a disease. You
Yeah,
know,
it
it's
is.
a hardcore disease, but timing and all that stuff, nah. Depression, yes. Sometimes it can get like that. You know, where
Yeah.
you don't know if you coming or going, but you got to have some type of faith to make sure you're focused on something different.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and then it's energy.
But is faith going to
People and
stop a
energy.
nutrient deficiency? That's my
But
thing. It's like you
depending
have
on
to.
who
I
you're
feel like you
around.
should have both.
I think it's the level of mental illness. Like the average person that doesn't have, that doesn't suffer from depression might get depressed, but they
Right.
can pull themselves out of
Right.
it easier.
Right.
without
Well, it is what it
medication.
is. By science, it's a chemical imbalance. You know, it's a chemical imbalance. There's certain little wires up there that start to misfire.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah,
you
just
have
like
too
when you
many-
get mad.
Yeah, when you have too many, traumatic events and you can't
PTSD
recover
is what
properly,
that- yeah.
that's what it is.
Yep.
Yep. It's like peeling off a Band-Aid off of a wound that's not already.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So.
Yeah, I just say, I mean, at the end of the day, there's really nothing. I think it comes with family.
Absolutely.
If you have your family, you have that
Absolutely.
support, then you'll
Yeah.
be okay, you know?
Yes.
But
Yes.
some people don't have that.
Right.
Right.
Nowadays, people don't care. Like,
Yeah.
you can get the crap beaten out of you in front of somebody and they'll just walk right on over
Yep,
you.
or video
Like,
it.
oh, all right, that
Just
ain't my
take a
business
video
no
of
more.
it and be like,
Right.
Yeah,
everybody look.
yeah, because that's the famous thing now.
Yeah. That's
Put
it.
everything on live and see how many hits you're gonna get.
Right.
You know,
They're
like,
better
what the
recording it with
crap?
their phones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Instead of helping you.
right. Instead of helping somebody. So mental health goes for anything and everybody.
Yeah. All right.
But you got to protect your own neck
Yeah.
before you protect anybody else's, because I'm coming for yours.
Mm-hmm.
Guns start blasting, I am shooting back.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. And
I don't
that's
care
around.
if it hits a kid. I don't care because y'all didn't care if it hit mine.
Right.
Right.
I'm sorry. That's the mind frame of mental health that you end up going in. You know,
Right,
you like, wait a minute, it's shots fired.
Mm-hmm.
And these young kids, they just had that, like 4 years ago at DJ Alamo.
Oh yeah.
What happened?
DJ Alamo had something in Willingboro, and it was he had a big old thing. He has them all the time at the park. Guys got to shooting.
Wow.
And it's kids. We're rushing to get the kids out of the jumpies, and
It's a family thing.
it's like
They're the ones starting it.
yeah,
A lot.
like
yeah.
yeah. So it was just like, okay, well now you got people shooting back
Right.
and the shooter.
Yeah.
But
Like,
that
who do
leads
you
us back
protect?
to kids and not getting their ass whipped
Yeah.
as children.
Yeah.
And just there's no repercussions for anything that they do.
Hello, Dyfus.
But at the end of the
And
day,
that's sad because that's really how it is.
where do you draw the line? Because there's child abuse and then there's discipline.
Right.
So I know, I mean, I didn't get abused. I got beat, but I didn't get abused. I
Right.
got beat for what I did wrong.
Right.
Right.
And I learned not to do that again.
That's the worst beating, right? When your parents is beating you and they telling you why they're beating you,
Every
and then they
syllable.
tell you don't cry, and you like, shut up. You like,
Also, I guess that could lead into like we had villages around us, right? When we were young.
Yeah.
Like if
you
we
my
got our
neighbor?
butts whooped, there were like 4 or 5 other people that knew why that happened, and they would follow up with us, like,
But
"Hey,
how
you know you
about-
did that thing, and you shouldn't do that no more."
no, I used to get
Like-
beat by mom and dad, grandma.
But let's start outside.
Right,
At the
you're
neighbor,
gonna get the neighbor's
telling
gonna
you
snatch
what
you
you're
up.
doing
Right.
wrong,
Right.
and then telling your mom, and
Right.
then you get beat by your mom. Then you go get beat by your dad when he get home.
Then you waiting on
Never
the
wanna
other
do it
ass.
again.
Wait till your father gets home.
Right. And that's your mom's favorite word. Wait until your dad get here.
I used to hate that.
Who?
I used to hate that.
I mean,
My dad
puppy
used
eyes.
to work overtime. Yeah, I had to wait.
No, the good beatings back in the day was the head between the legs and you just holding all you got is tail.
Whoa.
Remember them?
All right.
Well,
Well,
mess.
on that note, discipline your kids. Don't abuse them. We're the opinionated women. Okay, this was really, really good today. Really good
Yes,
information.
yes.
Make sure you follow us, like, share, subscribe to
Yes.
_opinionated_women on Instagram, on YouTube, on all social media.
Yes, let's go.
Man.
Let's go. Yes. Opinionated women.
Beat. Oh, wait. Okay. Like, that's